everybody, and welcome back to the second part of Build Your Own RoboTrike with NicoD. Today I am going to assemble everything, and I'm gonna test everything, and I'm gonna show you the code. So here we go. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to test if everything works, because now I can easily repair it when everything is assembled. That won't be as easy anymore. So I plug in my USB cable from my computer. And also the connector, USB connector from the motor controller. And now let's go to the Arduino software. Here is my program that I written for these robots. First I check to see if it's connected. So COM10 is great, yes, the Arduino is connected. And now I will upload the sketch. So that's uploaded. Almost, yes, okay. Now see if the robot reacts, and there it goes. So both motors work, and also the ultrasonic sensor works. So that's a good thing. Now we can assemble everything. So it's time to assemble everything. I'm gonna tape everything with the electrical tape. Only the motors I'm gonna glue with the super glue. I use electrical tape so that nothing shorts at first, and also if something breaks you can easily remove it and repair it. So first the ultrasonic sensor I'm taping right there. Okay, so that is done. Now I'm gonna tape the PCB of the Arduino with the Arduino. Be sure to put the connector of the Arduino to the right side so it can connect to the USB of the power bank. So just put some tape on here and tape it. So the Arduino is taped to the power bank. Next thing to do is to tape the motor controller onto the power bank. And first thing I will do is make sure that no cables are in the wrong side or in the way. Or else there's gonna be some problems, I think. So that motor goes there, then the USB connector to the other side, and now I have some room in the middle of that motor controller to tape it. So I'm gonna cut some tape in the middle so it isn't too wide and it isn't pressing onto the wires. So that's done. Now I'm going to glue the motors onto the power bank. I'm going to use super glue for this. So that's the place where it needs to go. So just put a little bit of super glue on there. It's not a commercial, just a pinch of super glue over there. Very little. It looks more than it is. And push the motor onto the power bank and hold it tight. And also do the same for the second motor. So there goes the second motor. Just push it onto there and put some pressure onto it. And that's two motors attached to the power bank. One of my wires has come off from my left motor, so I will have to repair that. But first I am going to put the front wheel onto there too. That's the last thing of the puzzle. So I'm going to tape it. Also you could glue it or use some other things. Taping is very simple. So again I use the part that's been cut in half for the front, because else it will not be beautiful. See if the wheel can turn. Yes. So that's the right spot. Okay, that's part one. Now I'm gonna have to cut some more tape for the back sides. So there it goes, the last tape. Okay, I'll put this part underneath those cables. Okay. And now there is one thing left to do, and that is put on the wheels. And also I will have to repair that wire from my left motor, but first I'm gonna show you how it looks all together. That's one wheel, and that's two wheels. So we have got a trike, a RoboTrike. Here it is. So now we will repair that wire. So first I will take off the wheel. Okay. And now I will have to strip the wire, but I don't have a stripper, so I try it with this, but I cut it instead of stripping it, because these wires are not very strong. So I open up a bit more space, and I try to pinch it as softly as possible, but again, and then I just pull it with my teeth. But the first time there wasn't enough thread on the wire, so I had to do it again. That's not very technically from me, but well, so I bite it off, and now we have got a good part of the wire. So I'm first going to tin the part of the wire. So I'm putting some solder onto my soldering tip. a little bit, yeah, and then I'm just going over that part of the wire. I'm sorry you can't see it. Just to have a small bit of solder onto it, so it's a bit stronger. Okay. So we have got a part of the wire. So now first take off the solder that's already on there. And then put the wire back in there. And hope I don't touch my fingers. Okay, so now I've got some room to put the wire there. With the solder that's still on it, I'm tagging it, and then I'm gonna add some solder. Okay, this isn't good enough, so I'm going to add a bit of fresh solder so everything takes good. Okay, so you see, repairing it isn't that hard. You can repair everything like this on the RoboTrike, so don't be afraid to do this. Everything is simple, as you see. You can do it in 1 hour and a half, I think. So here is the trike. So now let's test it. So this cable, put it into the power bank. This one needs to go into the 2 amps port, and I'm gonna use the cable from my computer for the Arduino Nano. I haven't got a very small cable for it, so as you see, it works. Okay, that's enough. So now the RoboTrike is finished. Now let's see what it does. There it goes. As you see, the RoboTrike goes into circles instead of going forward. Normally it should go forward until there's something in front of it. But now it's going in circles, so that means that one of the motors isn't connected correctly, or in the programming it should be reversed, so it's one of the motors goes backwards while it should go forward. So now it should turn and it goes forward, so let's change that. Here I am again in the Arduino IDE. So what I'm gonna try is the left motor is change these numbers, so 3 becomes 5 and 5 becomes 3, and first check and then upload this code to the RoboTrike, and let's see if it works. So it's uploading. Okay, now let's try it again. So here's the tests. Now it goes forward, and when it comes to a wall it goes backwards when it can see it. So backwards, and then it turns. So as you can see, it works. Yay! This is the code. Here we show the Arduino which pins we use. Here is the setup to tell the Arduino if it's an output or an input. And this is what we are going to do. So it checks the distance. If the distance is more than 20 centimeters, then it goes forwards, and else it goes backwards and turns. So that's all it does. It can do a lot more. I've got a function of zigzag and I've got some other functions into it, but you can test it out and add some things and change some things. So I hope you will enjoy. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Please subscribe and like my video. Thank you. Bye.